welcome to another Food Love Friday. So today I will be reacting to episode 8, and this is the episode where it goes into Hattori and Kana's relationship and how their love was not meant to be, and they left each other. They broke up because Hattori did not want to leave Kana with the memory of him getting hurt by Akito and her thinking it was her fault because she was so depressed over it. I summed up that episode really well, didn't I? So we're gonna have to relive that again. I just this is like that meme. This meme is exactly how I feel, where it's like, aw shit, here we go again. That's me right now. We have to do this again. I probably won't cry because I'm so used to this show now that some of the moments that are really depressing are really impactful don't make me cry anymore, because I'm like, I've read this or seen this 1,000 times now, so I'm kind of used to it now, but I will still feel those deep emotions even if I don't cry. So let's just get right into the feels fest.
Since long ago, whether by Akito or my father before him, I've been called upon numerous occasions to suppress the memories of others. I knew the suffering it would cause Yuki if I erased his young friend's memories, but still, I did as was required. Hattori, it is close.
Darn you, Akito.
And so it seems, the words Akito spoke that day
Not cool.
are true than even he.
Should never erase someone's memories. It's awful.
Hey! You guys, she's gone. I can't find her anywhere.
Yep, she's out.
Told her. She told us last night at dinner that she was going over to a friend's house for a visit today.
What? She did? Really?
That's what he said, or weren't you listening?
Shut up! I mean, she hardly ever goes out and stuff.
Sounds like me.
Show how accustomed you've gotten to having her around the house. Her absence is felt. Alas, where has our beautiful flower now gone?
You're babbling again.
It's so big. I guess the Somas really must be a large family. I wish I could have told Yuki and the others that I was coming here, especially after what he said about Hattori. And then there's this Akito person. To think that I might have to meet the head of the family.
Don't worry, you don't. No, you glance at. You take a glance at him, but that's as far as it goes.
Go ahead and let yourself in.
That was too loud.
Hope I'm not intruding. Come in, come in. Welcome to the House of Soma. It seems even bigger on the inside. That's possible.
But it's like a ghost town.
It's like they've got a whole town in here. Like it's its own little world. It's so quiet. There's not a single other person around. It almost seems like a ghost town.
I just said it seems like a ghost town.
Making myself more nervous. Come on, this way. I'll show you the rest of the way to Hari's house. What, you're not scared, are you? No, of course not. I like Hari a lot. I think you will too once you get to know him.
There's he who shall not be named.
Okay, so he tells me. But I think that's going to be a little bit easier said than done. A photograph? I wonder why he has that there. It doesn't look like he keeps any other personal things in here. And he seems the type of person who likes to keep up a very professional appearance. When he said he had something important to discuss with me, maybe he meant I'd done something wrong. I mean, if he's concerned with appearances, someone from a big...
It's very unlikely that you've ever done something wrong. I'm not saying she's perfect, but it's rare. Her soul literally left her body. I love that.
Doctor, you know. No, I'm all right. Everything's fine.
I am a doctor, yes, but my practice is devoted exclusively to the Soma family, and I should say Akito in particular. He suffers frequent illness and requires much of my time.
I had no idea.
So my time is valuable. Right to the point then.
Sure.
Even within the Soma family itself, there are few who know our secret in regard to the Zodiac. It is exceedingly rare that a complete outsider such as yourself should come to know it. Ordinarily, this would have been corrected at once. But thus far, it seems Akito has made an exception in your case. Tell me, do you enjoy living there in Sugar Ray's house?
Yes, very much.
All the
right after she just moved back in after leaving to her grandpa's place. You gotta leave again.
There are many dark secrets within the house of Saul. Life among us is not as pleasant as you seem to believe. An evil shadow looms over this family. That is the nature of our curse.
Alright, you say this, but you know, in this version we don't ever go into that kind of stuff, so. It's like part of this episode was pretty much useless because that foreshadowing that didn't even happen. Unless you count the true form arc as it's foreshadowing that, but there's so much more dark stuff than that, so this is why we are so blessed to have the reboot.
I'll even show you my favorite spot. Come on this way.
Life among us is not as pleasant as you seem to believe. An evil shadow looms over this family. That is the nature of our curse.
It's quiet, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It's because everyone's at the main house getting ready for New Year's. It's a really big deal for us. It's one time of year that we all get together, so there's a lot to do. Know what? From that tree-lined road outside the gate to the main house over there, everyone who lives around here, they're all related to the Selma family.
All of them? That's incredible.
Can you imagine a family that big? Well, they're all distantly related, but all your distant relatives living in one place.
Are members of the Zodiac like me.
Like, I don't even know
Secret.
the, like, 90% of my relatives. So, that'd be crazy.
Did you know that Hari can barely see out of his left eye? Hari had a girlfriend once, Kana. She worked as his assistant for a while, and I remember she was really nice. When she found out about Hari and the Zodiac and all, it didn't even bother her. She just laughed.
Just like Toru.
They got
She didn't mind
engaged,
either.
and they were going to get married, but when they told Akito, well, he got really, really angry, and he said that he wasn't going to allow it. I guess his temper got out of control, because that's when he hurt Hari's eye. But Hari didn't blame him though,
Poor Hari.
and Kana, she blamed herself. She was convinced that Hari getting hurt like that was all her fault. She couldn't forgive herself, and it gradually
Which it wasn't. It was all Akito's doing.
Hari to do anything he could do.
Shame on him.
He couldn't stand to watch her tearing herself apart over him, so he made her forget that the two of them had ever been in love. Kana left. Hari cried. And in spite of all of that, he never once blamed Akito. Why? Well, because that's the curse. That's why I can understand a little bit of what Hari feels.
More foreshadowing that we don't go
Anyone
into
else
this
can hurt
version.
like Kana did.
Shame.
He doesn't want you to be hurt the same way she was. Toru? Are you crying? Was it me? Did I make you cry? I'm
She's
sorry.
so sensitive.
I'm sorry.
She's just like me in that way.
It's just that I was so worried about coming here. And the whole time, he just wanted to help me. He was just being kind. But after what he's been through, he's the one who deserves to be shown kindness. Not me.
Tori is so great, even though he's so intimidating. He's so sweet. I love him so much.
I knew it would snow today. I'm sorry. I guess I don't really know anything at all about the Somas.
And there's no reason why you should.
It's too
It would
soon,
be best if you forgot whatever it is Momiji told you.
but she'll figure it out. She'll know
You've forgotten
at
about
some
it?
point.
It's all in the past.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. I do still speak with Connor from time to time, but that's all. Now I wonder if you would be so kind as to excuse me. I believe I've said enough for one day.
So clumsy as always. At least you got to see his animal though. The little seahorse. And a dragon. Oh, he's a baby dragon.
Dory!
I like the X over his eyes.
Water! No, seawater! Oh, which one is it? What do I do?
I just use normal water, it's okay.
Hello in there. I'm Kanasoma. It's nice to meet you. I'll be your new assistant as of today, so whatever you need me to do, just say the word. This is a little strange, huh? I guess we're part of the same family, and I've never even seen you before. But when I told my friends I'd be working with you, they all warned me you'd be handsome.
Yes, he is.
And these are today's charts. You'll want to start looking.
It's snowing. I knew it would snow today. Say, here's a question for you. When the snow melts, what does it become?
The answer is water, of course.
Bzz, bzz.
One thing that the reboot just left out entirely is how he grew his hair to cover his injured eye. In this version, later on, one side of his bangs covers his eye. I like that detail, but for some reason the reboot cut that out. I don't know if that was the same in the manga. Maybe it wasn't. Or maybe it was. I can't remember. So maybe that's why. But I like that detail. If that was what the original put in, just because they wanted to, then I mean, good for the original. That was a good detail.
We bond with each other. It was the beginning of a beautiful dream. And then she found out.
Water? No, seawater!
I love how her and Toru have the same reaction.
I will say this at least. If you threw a real seahorse in a tub like that, it would probably die.
I was afraid of that. I was so shaken up, I couldn't think. But I guess I finally know the reason. I've been wondering why it was you never wanted to hold me. It's because you were afraid, is that it? You were afraid of what would happen if I found out? That's why you keep your distance from people, especially the ones you love. But you don't have to be afraid. Not of me. But Toro, I'm so glad to have met you.
My
And I'm
feelings.
even happier to have fallen in love with you. I want to stay with
I
you.
love this and hate this at the same time because I know how it ends and it's so tragic.
For the first time in my life, I felt as though I had been allowed something, as though I had been saved from something. I could not stop the tears. They were the frozen snow melted by the first warm breath of spring. I lost myself in a dream. And I laughed as never before, as though years of happiness had been compressed into each and every moment we shared. Kana and I wish to be married. But all dreams must end.
No! I won't allow it! I refuse to allow it!
It's so painful to watch.
Tori, what's wrong?
What do you think is wrong? You just
Did this.
threw a vase at his face.
Fault. If it's
A
Tori,
vase at his
it's
face.
your fault! It's your fault! Akito,
That rhymes.
do you think you can lift the Soma curse? Do you?
She never said she would. She just wants to marry the guy, that's it.
You can't lift the curse. We don't need you. You're worthless to us. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's all your fault.
Stupid Akito. Come on.
No matter what I said, no matter what I did, each time I tried to console her, she collapsed into tears, until eventually her grief began to consume her.
It's especially at times like this that your needs become useful. Don't you agree? We both know a memory should be erased. Well, now I doubt that you would have even hesitated. At this very moment, it's her memories of you, her feelings for you, that cause me to suffer. You're the only one who can save her. You can put an end to her suffering. It will be your final act of love.
It was and I had never met.
No, baby.
Would have been better if you and I had never met.
In the past, even if I knew the pain or sadness it might cause, it was a burden I was forced to bear. I had no choice but to erase a person's memory once the order was given. How could I have known that by my hand, the person dearest to me would also have her memories erased? The very memories we shared together. This was my reward.
I keep thinking this voice acting, like with Hattori, is night and day compared to the reboot. Like the reboot, he's just so much better. He has so much more feeling. I wonder how long he'd been voice acting before he, when he made this, when he was in this episode. Or in this show. I don't know why I can't talk. Because, I don't know. Because he's obviously had more experience since this. It sucks.
I was the one who should have apologized. I was the one who couldn't protect her.
Tori, I'm so glad to have met you. And I'm even happier to have fallen in love with you.
I knew that day that I would live the rest of my life as the frozen snow.
No, don't say that. You will find love again someday, I'm sure.
Sorry things didn't work
Wink,
out.
wink.
But what I was able to learn from you will be my pride as a doctor. I mean, as soon as I finish school.
And then they met up again and were in each other's lives again, but they didn't get together.
But Tori,
Although Kana made it seem like she tried to pursue him after her memories were erased, but I think Hattori just
to have met the Sonas.
denied her, probably.
I can't imagine anymore what my
Which I understand why. He doesn't want to put her through that again.
So, if there's anything you can do to help Tori now, please.
There's a naked guy behind you. Hot naked guy.
No, I didn't know what else to do, so I moved you up here to the room where you could lay down. And I know it's not the best thing, but all I had to cover you up with was my coat. And I know it's dirty and all, and I'm sorry, but like I said, it's all I had.
Did you see it?
No, you see,
Zodiac.
Yes, I did, and I thought it was really cute. It was pretty amazing to see what animal you were.
So cute.
But more than that, I'm really just glad you're okay. Huh? Oh, here. I hope you don't mind. I sort of took it without asking.
It's been quite some time since I've dreamed of her. Perhaps it's the snow that reminds me.
Say, here's a question for you.
Tell me, when the snow melts, what does it become?
I love how slowly the snow is falling. Like, that's not realistic, but it looks so pretty.
So even when it's cold like this, I always remember that spring is on its way. It's sort of neat to think about.
Man, that is too much of a coincidence that Toru said the same thing Kana did.
Always does. I think spring is my favorite time of year. Oh, you must be freezing. Here, take this. Of course, autumn's nice too, and you couldn't have spring without it. Say, if you'd like, I could go in and try to find something hot to warm us up. Something to warm us up. Feels like deja vu.
Ah, lo and behold, there they are.
Shigure?
Well, I've been looking for you. Imagine my surprise. I found a little lost bunny instead.
Michi. Oh, I guess it wasn't deja vu. You have drinks. Sorry it took so long.
All right.
So what brings you here?
Here, Toru. Thank you very much.
I suddenly had this feeling that Toru was here in need of a rescue. Call it a writer's intuition, if you will.
That's a lie. You only came to see the New Year's preparations, didn't you? What?
Don't let me fool you. These two have been
Liar.
friends since they were kids.
Oh, Toru, have you asked Hari what zodiac animal he is?
No, she found out for herself.
The entire publishing industry will know every embarrassing thing you've done since you were 4.
Understood. My lips are sealed.
It's not like it's that hard to figure out.
Momiji?
I really don't see how it's anything you should be embarrassed about.
They're like, how does she know?
It's so warm.
Man, this makes you want some tea. I don't know, make myself some tea after this. Dang. Because it's pretty cold right now.
It's been stressful for you. But now that it's over, Hattori's not that bad of a guy, is he?
No, in fact, he was really quite the
Not at all.
gentleman.
He's a sweetheart. Ah, there he is. Not in a car this time. This part is actually accurate to the manga. This is how Toru saw him for the first time, was when he was in the window.
Let's go, Tony. You better stay.
But 2019 decided to do something different, which I'm not complaining,
Tell me.
because it allowed us to get a sneak peek of you-know-who next to him.
I wouldn't worry. Just keep being yourself. That's really all you need to know.
It's been a strange day.
Don't worry
It
about it.
seems like I love
You don't need to worry about it right now.
It still feels
You'll
like
find
I'm
out
waiting
later
for
on,
home.
and your whole world will be turned upside down.
Sorry for so late.
Aw, sleepy boys. So cute.
I guess sitting around the heater like that got to be a little bit too comfortable.
I guess so.
It might be dangerous to try and wake them up. Why don't we let them sleep for a while?
At any rate, I do know one thing. I know I'm gonna try to always remember the way I feel right now. About everyone. About living here. I never want those feelings to change. Every day that I live in this house is dear to me. Every single day.
Okay. Oh man, that episode is too emotional. Though, it didn't hit me so hard this time around. Like I said, like I probably wouldn't, but I still felt it. I just feel so bad for Hattori and Kana because it didn't have to turn out that way. Just stupid Akito. He drives me crazy sometimes. Just the way he just forced them to break up, and it's so wrong of him to blame Kana for Hattori getting hurt when it was Akito who hit him. Like, she had nothing to do with it. It was not, you can't say it's her fault for driving Akito to hurt him. That's all on Akito, so. Man, he's so frustrating most of the time. This episode was done differently than 2019. So, in the 2019 version, the only thing that's, well, I mean, there's two things that are a little different. So, Hattori actually showed Toru around the estate, so that was different. And no, there's actually three things. So in the newer one, Akito didn't hit Hattori with a vase, but he shoved him into a mirror, so that was also different. Another thing, this is the one I just thought of, is that Hattori actually sees Kana pass him by the end of the episode, where she's talking about how she's getting married and he overhears that. So that was actually cut out too. So yeah, I actually do like the 2019 version of this episode a lot better. It had a lot more emotion on Hattori's part and his voice, and I did really like the inclusion of him overhearing Kana talking about how she's going to get married at the end, and how he was like, I'm so happy for her, she deserves this. Like, he had no jealous feelings at all. That was so admirable of him, because it's so easy to get jealous over something like that, but he's just like so happy that she's happy. I was like, oh. One thing I love that this episode brings out is how everyone's like, you don't need to know the secrets yet. Because Toru is just so innocent, that what makes this series so interesting is how she gets involved with such a family that has such a dark secret and past, and that really tests her innocence. That's one of my favorite things about this series, is how just an innocent girl gets so deep down in the darkness of this family that it really, really just tests her innocence to the point where, will she have it anymore? Will this change her? And I love that about the series so much. So I really cannot wait till season 2 and season 3, because I know there will probably be a season 3, when they go into Toru's character development and how she gets to know the darker side of life, because she's so optimistic, but she gets to these points where she finds out things about this family that just make her have some different thinking than she usually does, and is more not optimistic anymore. So we'll get to that point at some point. So I'll be back with my reaction to the next episode on next Friday. I think the next episode is the New Year's episode, and I love that episode, so I'm excited to see that one. So look out for it next Friday if you're interested. And if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more anime-related videos and anime reactions. And I'll be back really soon. Bye.